I'm Caitlin. I'm a PhD student in the Oshlack lab here at MacCallum Kids. So I'm working on methylation sequencing data at the moment. Our lab as a bioinformatics lab does a lot of methods development, so we make a lot of software tools that other labs can use in their experiments to analyse data, because in order to get the right story and information from your experiments, you need to have good, strong methods to actually analyse data. I always loved science in school. I was good at it. I loved biology. I loved maths. I sort of continued that in uni. I majored in genetics and did a minor in statistics in my undergrad. And funnily enough, the way my course was designed, which was a bit of a weird special thing, our honours was organised for us, and I just sort of ended up at Peter Mac with another girl, and we worked together. We did a little project on RNA, and that was with my supervisor Alicia, and I really loved it. It was sort of a reintroduction to bioinformatics. The one other lab I'd had on it in my undergrad I hated it so much. It was the worst thing ever. But I really loved it. Alicia had a lot of faith in me, and we spoke later that year, and she's like, "I'd love you to stick around." I'm like, that beats anything else I've heard so far. Yeah, I just sort of fell into it, sort of after liking biology. Alicia and my other supervisor, my other PhD supervisor, Yovana, who's also in the Oshlack lab, they're legends. Like, we were at a conference a couple of years ago in Brisbane, and I was sitting at a table with a bunch of Sydney male students, and they were so psyched when they found out that Alicia was our supervisor. At actually that conference dinner, she got like this Lifetime Achievement Award in bioinformatics, which also shows how young bioinformatics is, because she is not old. But I guess aside from her, the other really big one would be my undergrad course director, Dr. Juka Veldhuis. She's at Monash University. She's an anthropologist by training, but she's running this science course, and she was such a legend to everyone, like the most iconic woman you've ever met in every sense of the word. She really had a lot of faith in us. She had so much passion for everything she did, and wanted to make sure that we could get that as well. And I remember seeing her last year. We had like a reunion thing, and she's like, "I'm so proud of how far you've come," and that just made me cry. You gotta get them young. So I was lucky in high school. I had a group of friends that also really liked science and maths. We did methods and special maths together. But part of the reason I didn't end up trying physics was I didn't want to be the only girl in the class. And my sister did engineering for a bit, and she was the only girl in the class for a lot of her stuff. And like, I've done a bit of tutoring and even primary school kids, and the lack of faith these kids have in their own abilities, and also just the skills that they're not taught. But if schools aren't giving the kids the actual skills to be able to do that higher advanced class in high school, which then makes them fall in love with it and makes them try it at uni, and then they fall in love with it more there, and then they build a career out of it. They can't do that if they don't have the skills to begin with. And a lot of that comes down to just basic math skills and arithmetic and logic. Yeah, I guess I'd mostly just tell her just to be a bit kinder to herself and just to breathe every few moments. And thank you for, being open and trying new things. That's led me to things I wouldn't have considered beforehand.